I'm gonna go over these real quickly because these all have to do with President Biden. So real quickly, I read this article and it's basically saying that certain Democrats are not happy with Biden and the way that he's handling the border crisis. So guess what? If you thought that Biden was going to handle the crisis that he himself created, and I know people like to say he didn't create the crisis. Look, Biden created the crisis. He has no solution. Is there a better way to handle it than the way it's being handled now? Sure. But now he's getting flack from the Democrats himself. So, let's see. So this is what Wild said, and so it says here that this isn't the first time that he's been critical of Biden. That Wild also released a statement attacking Biden and his administration on the evacuation of Afghanistan. Let's not even talk about how bad Biden botched the Afghanistan evacuation. So that was very, very mishandled. I mean, dude, how many more Democrats have to mishandle things? I'm sorry, how many more Democrats have to mishandle some sort of issue? You know, let's not forget the Benghazi scandal also. This is gonna be another one. Let's not forget. You know, let's not forget the Afghanistan evacuation. You know, and I know that this is about the border crisis, but let's be honest. I mean, every single time that there's been some sort of issue, it has been with a Democrat in office, with the exception of Bush Jr., you know, because he started the war in Iraq. But I'm not gonna go there because that's just way too far back. So I'm gonna stick with what we have going on here, and that is the fact that Wild is not the only Democrat that's, you know, that is being critical of Biden thus far. And it says here, in order to move forward, our country will need to receive answers and accountability regarding the cascading failures that led us to this catastrophic moment. And I look forward to using my platform on the House Foreign Affairs Committee to secure answers from the Biden administration about what went wrong. Our troops deserve nothing less than a complete and unvarnished account of the truth. And that is true. That is true. It's the troops deserve the truth about what happened in Afghanistan, and the people deserve the truth about what's going on at the border. The truth of the matter is, Biden has mishandled the border, and I shouldn't say Biden has mishandled the border because he kind of passed that on to Kamala Harris, and then it took her 6 months and for Trump to announce that he was going to the border for her to finally agree to go to the border. And then when she goes to the border, she goes to the one part of the border that is not having any issues, because it's at the most southern part towards the East Coast, I believe. And it's been a while since I've done this research because this was during the summer, but I believe it was towards the East Coast that the issues are really big. And I think she was in, like, I don't know, freaking somewhere in New Mexico. I don't even think she was in Texas. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. She hasn't done crap for the border. I mean, all that they keep saying, the border this, the border that, and that they're going to take care of the issues. But what you created the issue. So how are you going to take care of the issue? I'm sorry. And Kamala Harris has not done anything to take care of the issues. I mean, in reality, all she said was, don't come to the States. Her last press conference that I remember watching literally told all the immigrants, and I think she was where was she? I don't even know. I think she was in, where was she visiting? Ecuador or something like that. I don't remember, but she was somewhere down there visiting and said, don't come to the States, and made this big old press conference about don't come to the States. So I'm sorry, you've been mishandling the border just like you mishandled, you know, everything that happened in Cuba, and you guys telling the Cuban refugees and the Haitian refugees not to come to the States, that you won't be allowed to come to the States. Listen, this whole border crisis and how you guys, I'm gonna say it out there, people, and I'm getting so frustrated, and I need to gather my thoughts completely to go in on this. But I'm gonna put this out there. At the end of the day, right? The border crisis, the refugee crisis in Haiti and in Cuba, that's all perpetuated by you. That's all perpetuated by you. And I know that the Haitian government and the Cuban government had to do with something, but at the same time, you didn't have to tell these people not to come. At the same time, you didn't have to tell these people they weren't welcomed here, you know. And then the border crisis, that's a completely different subject, because you literally told people to come here and now you can't deal with it. I'm sorry. Listen, at the end of the day, this whole entire issue is all 100% you. It's not Trump's fault. You can't keep backing it up to Trump. You can't keep saying Trump, it's because of Trump. At the end of the day, Trump hasn't been in office for almost a whole year, and all you've done is start a war, created a border crisis that basically put kids back in cages. And even though the media doesn't want to say that you put kids back in cages, you've literally told the Cuban people not to come here. You're not welcomed. At least your administration has. And you've also told the Haitian people not to come here. You're not welcomed. You demonize the ICE workers at the border when they have one of the toughest jobs, because they have a government that's literally against them, and anything that they do automatically gets scrutinized. What can you know, what are you doing to remedy any of this? All you did was literally have an open border, put kids back in cages, and started a war in the Middle East within 3 months of you being in office, and botched our evacuation of the Middle East. Either way, Biden has completely, if you vote, and I didn't vote for Biden, I will say that I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Trump. I didn't want Biden in office. I think Biden is not a good president. I don't think he was. There were other candidates that I think would have been much better president candidates than Biden, and Biden and Harris were not them. You know, and I'll say it, Tulsi Gabbard would have been a much better president than Biden. Would I have voted for Tulsi Gabbard during the election? I don't know. Maybe, but we'll never know, because you guys pretty much burned her. You know, your party, your Democratic Party, basically made her out to be this outcast and burned her to the ground and attacked her both publicly and said that she was a Russian spy, which is the same thing that y'all said about Trump. But whatever, I guess for your party, everybody's a Russian spy. I don't know, but that's just my personal thoughts. This will probably get taken down anyways. Doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna move on from this to the next story, which also has to deal with Biden, because I'm getting heated and I can't think straight right now. And again, I'm gonna have to gather my thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Also, leave your comments below. If you want to chat about any of these topics or any others, consider joining my live stream during my 1-hour pre-gaming news recap. I'm Eric the Inadequate, and until next time.